Good morning. This is Cub reporter Ken Cordero coming to you live out of Middletown, Rhode Island, in what was once the United States of America. The date today is August 16th, 2012 AD. I'm being sponsored today by my good friend Christina Curtin from 2400 Degrees F, which is fine Murano glass jewelry and collectibles out of Mystic, Connecticut, and her number is 1-860-483 no, excuse me, her number is 1-860-463-4631. I'd also like to say hello to my friend Brittany from Kansas City, who I met at work last week. Her boyfriend was over on the naval base he was joining one of the schools over there. I'm not quite sure which one it was, but hello Brittany, hope you had a safe trip. Now, as we come forward for the elections for this year, and our President Barack Hussein Obama, who's running for re-election but will never make it, unless of course he steals the election, which he is trying to do. He's just implemented the DREAM Act, which I believe started yesterday. He's just letting millions of people that they don't even know sign up, become citizens, or get amnesty. Let them get driver's licenses. Let them get jobs. I guess it doesn't matter to the president that we're in depression. No, let's just bring in more workers. Who they are, we don't know. Who cares? You know? I mean, as long as I get my paycheck and my wife can go on vacation, huh? He doesn't care. He doesn't care about anything. Now, this out of Judicial Watch. Judicial Watch sues Indiana election officials for failing to maintain a clean voter registration list. And of course, if you want to try and clean up your voter registrations list, like they did in South Carolina by South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley, the Obama administration is going to sue you. States try and enforce federal immigration laws, and the federal government, with Eric Holder as an attorney general appointed by Barack Hussein Obama, sues them. You know, when a country comes out against itself, how can it possibly stand? Now, let's see, what else do we have here in Judicial Watch? Judicial Watch prompts Florida to remove 53,000 dead voters from voting rolls. Now, let's see. They've got a picture of Eric Holder here. And it says, how many illegal aliens and others, non-citizen voters, should be able to vote in Florida in the 2012 election? The state of Florida has taken a zero-tolerance approach to this question, while the Obama Justice Department seems to be saying, the more the merrier. Oh. You know, it just never stops. What's he doing in Ohio? In Ohio, I believe, they want to give like a few extra days for the military to cast their votes. And of course, the Obama administration and Eric Holder and his Department of Justice are going, no, we're going to sue you. That's not fair for the. I think they're going under the Equal Protection Law or something. Well, of course, the president hates the military. He wants to cut it. This is so depressing. I've actually I'm actually physically ill. My neck was hurting me for like two years. My neck's been hurting me from stress. Do I go to a doctor? Why do I need to go to a doctor? I know what it's from. The country's gone. Why do we even have a military when he just lets in anybody over our borders? How can we possibly expect him to enforce our immigration laws when his aunt and uncle are here illegally, living off government welfare? Why can't he support them? Because he's just cheap. What did he do when he was in high school and college? When he was in high school, he says he doesn't even remember his last 2 years. And then in college, he just snorted his brains out with the Arabs. And he's such a leech. He never paid for nothing. He let the Arabs buy all his coat. Oh, we never need an excuse for a good party. Well, how about partying on your own dime, Mr. President? You socialist. You're disgusting. You really are. And I live in Rhode Island, in Middletown, Rhode Island, and I am not represented at all by anybody in my government. Certainly if you're an actual American citizen who works, pays taxes, you're not represented by this administration. Certainly not in Rhode Island, where we've got a governor. We've got no more Christmas tree. We've got a holiday tree. We've got a holiday tree governor. Certainly not in my local town, where every 200 feet they've got these Rhode Island transportation buses that stop. They're bringing out all the criminal illegal aliens from Providence, which is a sanctuary city. Do you think somebody might be able to like straighten that place up? No, but we're going to ship them all down here for free. And every 200 feet they've got a bus stop. You know, I used to take the bus when I was a little kid, and we'd get to the side of the road, and you wave your arms, and the bus driver sees you there, and he stops and he picks you up. And when you wanted to get off, you rang the bell. You don't need bus stops every 200 feet. I look out on my street and I feel like I'm in a foreign country. You think anybody in Middletown will help me? Do you think anybody in Middletown is concerned for my safety? No. I tried to talk to this guy I know on the town council, Chris Simonelli. He told me I should call up was it Sheldon Whitehouse or David Cicilline? These people they don't like you either if you're an American citizen. I mean they're just liars. Like the president. Every word that comes out of the president's mouth is a lie. He's a pathological liar. And he wants to enslave you. He wants to take your money. And now, not only is he taking your money, he's taking your kids' money, their grandkids' money. When they start saying we're like trillions of dollars in debt, do you people actually realize how much money that is? $1 trillion? Well, think about this. I think if you did some research, there's only like 500 million seconds in a century. Now think about that for a second. That's like 2 centuries worth of seconds. But he doesn't care. These people are just so disgusting. The only way the president can possibly win this election is if he steals it, which he is trying to do. That's the only way he's going to be able to win. And if he does win, the world is gone. Because we're the hope of the world. We're being led by I don't know. I'd like to say a retard, but actually I could probably get 2 retards to do a better job running the country than him. Okay, let's try and get to something positive. Did they ever, Mr. President, you're supposed to work for the people. Did you ever hear this story that Jesus told? Probably not, because you don't believe in him. But he told this story once about the man that had 2 sons. He said to the first, "Go work in the vineyard." And the son said, "No." But then he thought better of it, and he went. And he said to the second son, "Go work in the vineyard." And he said, "Okay." But he didn't go. Now, which of the 2 did his father's will? I know this is a tough one for the president or Biden but it was the first one. Although he said no, he went and did his father's will. He went and he worked in the vineyard. So don't say yes, Mr. President, like you actually want to help the American people and don't do nothing. But you don't believe in God anyway, so it doesn't matter. But only God can help us now. So go to church, because that can help you in everything. And with that, I'd like to thank you for tuning in to this 28th edition, I believe, of Ken Cordero, Cub Reporter. Thank you for tuning in. And if you become a subscriber, when I start making money, I'll send some to you. My email address is kencordero@americanonline.com. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Thank you for tuning in.